All right, so we're emerging from the tunnel. We're going to Mets Willis Point to see the Mets win tonight. I know they lost last night, but tonight they'll win. Okay, I'm video recording the trip from Grand Central Terminal to Mets Willis Point, and
One more.
I know. Thanks. I'm waiting for
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
a Woodside. I'll change. Now we're still in the tunnel. Soon we will emerge to the light, and we'll see the light. We'll see the light. We'll see the light. And soon we see the light. There's a light. There's a light. Okay, and there it is. This is Long Island City, part of Queens. It's always very thrilling when the train comes out of the tunnel and you see the light. Okay. Oh, that's a that's a Amtrak train, I believe. I didn't know that Amtrak services Long Island. Yeah, that was the Amtrak. Very, very interesting how more than one train service uses this series of tracks. See, downstairs below us there's other tracks. Now the train will soon be stopping at Woodside, where a lot of people are going to get on, mostly Met fans, maybe all Met fans. Well, people are going to get on going to the baseball game. I would presume that most of them, or if not all, are Met fans. Whatever. So, this is Queens. Okay. Most of New York City kind of looks like this, believe it or not. I mean, people have an image of New York with a skyscrapers. Well, it's part of New York, but this is 90% of the city looks like this, or 80% maybe. You know, buildings that are like 8 stories or less. A lot of old frame houses, some abandoned factory buildings that you find anywhere in the United States. The quality of housing is not the greatest in New York for the most part. I mean, some people. Oh, we're at Woodside now. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next car now. Well, okay, we're in the next car now. All right, now this is Woodside, and maybe I'll sit down. All right, we're going to sit down now. See, the next stop is Mets Willis Point. Okay, I thought more people would be getting on here. Well, the game doesn't start for another, 2 hours and something minutes. So let the video continue.
No, you just walk out.
I'm telling you,
One more? Yeah, I think so.
if this car doesn't open, I'll probably wind up in Bayside, or Flushing, or Bayside, whatever. I'll just walk it. I'll just walk back. That's all. So, as you can see, well, now you can see because we're under an overpass. Now you can see again. You see, this is what most of New York City looks like. It's not that good looking, is it? It's functional. Oh, there's a highway. Okay. Oh, that's Queens Boulevard. Oh, that's Queens Boulevard. That's a big, big, big thoroughfare in Queens. Okay. This is some high-rise building. Oh, a series of high-rise buildings. Lots of high-rise buildings. Very impressive. More high-rise buildings. Okay, we're making that sharp left turn now. See, usually when I take the train, I go due east to Belmont Park or occasionally to other locations. But you see, this train is now going north. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the other side where you see a much better view of Queens. Okay, so now you see, this is Queens. You get a better view because it's better lighting. One thing one cannot argue against is this: New York City is not the most attractive city in the world, but then again, it does have a certain charm. And you see, it does. The city it's crowded, it's jumbled. It has a lot of urban problems become magnified in New York because of the sheer size of the population. It has tremendously high taxes. What else? Oh, there's the crime, and you got the subway system, which is it does the work, but it's like a no-frills transportation, to put it mildly. I'm laughing because it's such an understatement what I just said. So, at any rate, I have my sock hat. Very interesting. Yesterday, the weather was about 80 degrees, and today it went down. Actually, this morning it was in the 50s. I don't know why it got so cold. In fact, I'm wearing like a light winter jacket, to go to the baseball game because once the sun goes down, it gets very breezy in the ballpark. So, and of course, I got to be comfortable. Shouldn't we all? So, any rate, as I'm flapping my lips, the train is proceeding north in a northerly direction, going from the southern side of Long Island to the northern side, because Willis Point is located on the Long Island Sound, which is located in the north shore of Long Island. See, Long Island has two shores, the North Shore and the South Shore. Very simple. Soon you'll see buildings that were part of the World's Fair, which I actually attended. Now they're relics of a past that I is scarcely remembered. You know, so yeah, you see that. Yeah, this is like astronaut park or something, and you have models of old-time U.S. rockets that were used in the during the start of the so-called space race. Okay, soon we'll be arriving at Metz Willis Point.
Metz Willis Point is next, but it's 2 cars will not open. Walk up to exit. Exit the crew toggle open 8. Once again, Metz Willis Point, the last 2 cars will not open.
So I hope the doors here open. If they don't, then they don't. Then I'll be. Oh, there's. See this. Let's go to the other side now. Yeah, see, we're gonna. Oh, there's Willis Point. I mean, no, this Citifield. See, not the most charming ballpark in the world, but it works. In fact, there aren't too many things in New York City that are particularly charming. Though, if you see New York from the airplane from about 10,000 feet up, it is very impressive. Okay, we're here. Hope the door's open. Doors don't open, and I'm in trouble. Oh, hey, the door's open. Yay! See, when you're retired, you do stuff like this. If I was still working, there's no way I would ever go to a baseball game in the middle of the week. Ever. When you're retired, you can do stuff like this. I can't think of a bigger waste of time for a working person to go to a baseball game. Yeah, people do it. There are working people who actually would rather sacrifice making money to go to a baseball game. Shocking. Okay. Now I have to take out the ticket. They have officials who check to see you have a ticket. So now, very official. Ticket holders. Okay. We're going either the hallowed railings, the Long Island Railroad. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Down in the distance there is Flushing. This is where the the New York World's Fair was, believe it or not, that I attended almost 50 years ago. No, almost 60 years ago. This whole area was a World's Fair. There was no park here. It was a World's Fair. And that's Flushing. 60 years ago, those buildings did not exist. In the distance is Citifield, which did not exist up until a few years ago. So now, we're walking toward Citifield. There's a smell of marijuana in the air. Because the people, they want to legalize marijuana. Can you believe that? So now, we're going to go the famous boardwalk that connects the station to the ballpark. People actually do this. People, there are people who would rather take off a day from work, actually sacrifice making money to come to this ballpark, to walk this boardwalk, which is not the most level boardwalk. You see, not very level at all. There's a bus depot. Okay. See, it's breezy. I need. It's good that I wore up my light winter jacket. It's breezy. The wind chill factor makes it feel not like a frigid winter day, but more like a cold spring day. So now, you know what? I'm gonna walk on this. See this middle thing here. It's better, you know. Yeah, you stand less of a chance of tripping over something. Now sometimes, like during the big game or maybe later today, this becomes very crowded, especially, if the Mets are going to draw a big crowd for a particular game, it becomes crowded. So, see, yesterday the Mets lost 8-5, and they were on. I mean, they. I thought for a while they were just going to give up altogether, and that Tampa Bay would just trounce them. But the Mets, they mounted a pretty good comeback. It fell short, but at least they didn't throw in the towel. I thought they were just going to throw in the towel. I mean, they were down something like 8-1, and then Pete Alonso hit a 2-run home run, a real blast in the upper deck, and then play by Escobar came up in the 8th inning. He hit a 2-run home run as a pinch hitter, no less. That was very impressive. So the Mets were down 8-5. There was a very questionable call in the 7th inning. Mets had a runner at first, and they were trying to get a runner on second. So at the first, and the hitter was thrown out, a very close play. Everybody thought it was safe. They showed the replay on the scoreboard. The runner looked safe. The umpire, they called him out anyway. So wasted like 10 minutes trying to figure out if the runner was safe after they called him out. And it was obvious they weren't going to change their mind no matter what the video showed. And that was that. So Mets, Willis Point, subway station, come back again. You see? Okay, we're heading now. This is the overpass for the subway train tracks. So now we're walking due north. People actually would take off work to come here. See, you got some Met stuff. Oh, unauthorized use prohibited. Meanwhile, doors open. Okay. Unauthorized use prohibited. Doors open. Okay. Look, It's entertainment. I mean, if somebody wants to take off from work and go to a baseball game, so be it. It's their right. You know, it's their right. If they want to take off, time, lose money to see a baseball game, good, good for them. Good for them. It's fantastic. Okay. See, the game doesn't start for about 2 hours. And the Mets, since they're losing, their crowds are somewhat smaller. Oh, look at this. Look at this. There's a dog. There's a dog that has it's uh, you know, okay. I like the hat. I like the pipe. I like the sweatshirt. Very good. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. George Thomas Seaver. Did you know that Tom Seaver was in the Marines? I mean, most people don't know that. He was in the Marines. Look at this. Wow. Very impressive. Beautiful, beautiful statue. Wow. Meanwhile, the Mets traded him in 1978. I mean, as great as he was as a pitcher, he wasn't great enough to stay in the Mets. Seaver, I still can't believe the Mets traded you. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go to the ticket window now. Buy a ticket. This is the Citifield. It's not quite as big as Yankee Stadium, but it's big enough. Okay. See, it's named Citifield because Citifield, I guess, is their biggest advertiser. You see, that's why I'm wearing a jacket, because the wind chill factor is going to make it feel very cold. Okay, tickets. One thing I know with absolute certainty, the Mets are not going to be sold out. Okay. Yeah. Today, card only, no cash.
Backpacks are not allowed in the ballpark. For the safety and comfort of our fans, the following items are not permitted in the ballpark.
How can I help you?
I would like to have. I would like to have one ticket.
For today?
Yes,
Sure. It starts at $10 and up. What price did you want?
the lowest, $10.
Alcohol beverages, illegal substances, laser pointers, noise devices, fireworks, aerosol cans, pocket knives, animals, etc. service animals, weapons, and any items of a similar nature. If you are carrying any of these items, please return them to your vehicle as there are no bag check facilities at the vehicle.
Okay, with this, we arrived at the ballpark. I hope you enjoyed your trip, and I'll come back to you a little bit later.